just a warning, this next thing I'm going to say is the most controversial thing I'm going to say tonight. So just strap in, like, we'll get through this bit and then it's easy from here on out, all right? But look, I'm going to say this because I do actually think it's important to speak your truth. And I don't want to pretend I'm something I'm not anymore. So I'm just going to say it, then it's been said, okay? I love musicals, all right? I love musicals. I'm not going to pretend I don't anymore. I do actually love musicals. I love musicals, but I hate plays. Plays are boring, and you all know it. Once you've enjoyed a musical, very difficult to get back to a play. Once you've experienced the majesty of defying gravity, very difficult to get anything out of to be or not to be. You're talking, plays are boring. Plays are boring, and anyone who tells you otherwise is lying to you and themselves. Chekhov can fuck off. And Shakespeare? Why are we still talking about this cunt? I went to see Romeo and Juliet. It is an exact rip-off of West Side Story. You think I'm not going to notice because you took the clicking out, William? Come on. And if Shakespeare is such a genius writer, let's talk about the plotting of Romeo and Juliet. First two acts, fine. Star-crossed lovers, fine. Then what happens is Juliet says, I want to marry Romeo. Her dad says no, and he locks her in a bedroom with a priest and a nurse. Okay. She says, what will I do? The priest says, I've got an idea. Never a good sign when a priest says to a child, I have an idea. He says, I got this poison. I haven't really tried it, but I'm pretty sure if you take it, you'll be dead for 48 hours. They'll have a funeral, they'll mourn you, they'll leave you in a crypt, and then in 2 days, Romeo can come along, you'll wake up, and you two can run off. If Shakespeare is such a good writer, the next line should be Juliet saying, does anyone have any other ideas? That sounds fucking mental. No, Juliet, it's always the most obvious thing. It's got to be the 48-hour poison thing. Can we not just sneak out the back? No, sorry, it's got to be the old 48-hour poison. What, you're saying they'll have a funeral? Yeah, what if they cremate me? You're overthinking it, Juliet. I went to see Hamlet or Macbeth, couldn't tell you which. I went to see Hamlet or Macbeth, couldn't tell you which, they're both gibberish, right? This is how low people's bar was for entertainment. In the middle of Hamlet or Macbeth, doesn't matter which. In the middle of Hamlet or Macbeth, one of the characters says this, well, yes, as the hare, the lion, and people laughed. I was fucking fuming. I was stalking the I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is seriously doing it for you? I said, take yourself to an open mic comedy night, listen to someone ask where the Peruvians are at, it'll blow the brains out of your head. And look, I am well aware that one day I will do a play and this clip will be used against me. But let me be very clear, I never said it isn't fun to do a play, it's really fun to do a play, it's just boring to watch them. Please come see my play. I hate plays, but I love musicals. Because a musical is like a play where stuff happens. As much as I love a musical, and I do love a musical, I could never be in a musical. And it's not because I can't sing or dance, I can't. It's more because, as much as I love a musical, I could never do the face that every actor has to do at the start of every musical without wanting to, you know, self-harm. Since we're filming this, I will try it for you, right? I'm going to try the face. Now, you've all seen a musical, right? Some are silly, some are difficult, some are deep, some are frivolous. All musicals begin with an actor coming on stage doing this face. New York City, I made it! Fuck it, I've been sick of it now. All right, we are now at the relationship section of the show. So look, the last thing I want to tell you about, I talked about love and relationships. One thing I haven't told you is I once truly, genuinely experienced love at first sight. I went to this party, this woman turned around, her eyes locked, and I was like, shit, fuck, I'm in love. Like, it's a real thing, love at first sight, right? If you're in a couple not nodding at that, that is a long drive home. Did you hear what he said? Yeah, I heard. He can't do impressions, and I think he fucked a dog. Honestly, I met this woman, her eyes locked. It's embarrassing what happened in my head. When I saw this woman, the first thought I had was, oh, nothing matters. We can just live in fields and eat berries. and me and this woman got together, and now this woman, she's half Irish and half Chinese, which means she's incredibly beautiful, and I'm never allowed to do an impression of her. Where are all my Irish at? Anyway. So we got together, and we were in love. I think this is love. Is this love? Is love when you text each other back and forth all day, text, and then if at some point she doesn't immediately reply to one of your texts, you're like, right, she's having an affair. Right, she's not texted back, she has a dick in her. Okay. And it's a bigger dick than mine, she's finally satisfied. Okay. Oh, another dick must have joined, so her hands are full, she can't send a text. Okay. Oh, another dick must have joined, and now it's in her mouth, otherwise she'd tell Siri to drop me a line. I knew this would happen, I'm a fucking idiot, and then 25 minutes later she texts back, sorry, baby, I was at the gym, miss you, and you're like, all right, bit needy. Is that love? And there's a real madness to this kind of love. Like, I look back at the texts we were sending each other, I'm like, are these love notes or death threats? Like, the insane things you say to each other, like, I can't wait to be back with you, I can't wait to be kissing you, I can't wait to be on top of you, I can't wait to cut off your skin and wear you as a slanket. You sort of lose all reason, you kind of lie in bed together like, we actually don't have to go to work today, do we? We don't have to go to work, we're in love. As if your boss is in the office going, where's Brett today? Oh, he can't come in, sir, he's in love. We must give him paid time off. And you become really sort of dirty. You just sort of lie there like, don't leave the bed, don't go have a shower. We can just lie here, passing back and forth the same UTI. Cranberry juice, my angel? Now, it may not shock you to discover that that relationship ended. And when it ended, I spoke to my sister. Now, my sister is the opposite of me. My sister, she's married, she's got children, she's happy. And I said to her, was I wrong about this? And she said, Brett, you're wrong about literally everything. And I said, no, was I wrong about love? And she said, yeah, of course you're wrong about love. She said, love is, she said, when you find your soulmate, you will feel completely at peace. And I was like, oh, then that definitely wasn't love. That was a fucking nightmare. I don't think I slept. I've thought about it a lot because I suspect that she's probably right. But if my sister's right, that means that all your favorite love songs, none of them are actually about love. These are all just songs about addiction. They're all just Cookie Monster songs. You know what I mean? You know the types of songs where it's like, our love is a roller coaster, the house is on fire, let's cut our dicks off, you know what I mean? Because if my sister is right, then all love songs should go like this. I feel so comfortable sitting on a couch with you, watching a box set for an hour, maybe watch another one too. If you have to work late at the office, I won't criticize. 'Cause I trust you and I know you love me, and for you my penis is the right size. For you, my penis is the right size. Thank you very much, New Jersey. Good night. I think toxic masculinity is real. I think it's a real thing. I think it comes certainly from men of my generation and above. It's because we were raised not to be open, not to be vulnerable, that that's bad, that that's weak. So one of the only things we can do to combat that is I think we all need to learn how to share more. But you ever shared something with a friend and then they've shared something back and then you've thought, my God, I wish we'd never shared? Because I have an ex-friend because of our little sharing session. There's a guy I've known all my life. I went to school with him, so we grew up together. He's like family. I defend him to the death. If we met now, we probably wouldn't be friends, but I grew up with him, so he's like family. I defend him to the death. He's the sort of guy you say has a heart of gold, which is a phrase you never use for people who have a heart of gold. Heart of gold is a phrase like, can I be honest? Can I be honest never ends nice. Can I be honest never ends in I love you. Can I be honest always ends with something like, the sound of you eating makes me want to kill myself. Anyway, friend from school, known him all my life, heart of gold. And just a few years ago, I have this kind of revelation. I'm like, we know nothing about each other. We actually know nothing, but we've grown up together. We never talk about anything. And I said, should we try something? I said, let's go out, we'll have a few drinks, and let's try and sort of talk about how we feel and shit. And he said, are you having a nervous breakdown? And I said, we'll see. And we went out, we had a few drinks, and I went first. I said something out loud I'd never said before. I was talking about my girlfriend of the time, and I said, I think I love her. I feel like I love her. But when I'm out, I'm attracted to other people all the time. I don't know if that's natural, that's human nature, or if that means I don't actually love her. And he said, yeah. He said, yeah. I know what you mean, actually. He said, sometimes, when it gets a bit much with my wife, in my lunch break, I'll go downtown, I'll go down an alley, and I'll get sucked off by a whore. And I was like, yeah. Similar story. I could see how my story led to your story, yeah. Similar. And I thought, I actually don't